Welcome to Atlas Archive. Japan's wartime tank force ranged from tiny reconnaissance tankettes to amphibious assault vehicles and late war medium tanks built for a final defense of the home islands. This list covers Japanese tank designs placed into wartime service, including models that fought overseas and those that were fielded but never reached combat. The Type 89 Ago was Japan's first domestically produced medium tank and remained active in China when the wider war began. Its short 57 mm gun favored infantry support, while its slow speed and thin armor quickly revealed its age. The Type 92 Josho Sakosha was a tiny cavalry vehicle built for reconnaissance and rapid support in Manchuria and China. Armed mainly with machine guns, it was useful against lightly equipped troops, but dangerously vulnerable to anti-tank weapons. The Type 94 TK began as an armored supply tractor, then became a widely used tankette in China and the early Pacific campaigns. Its compact size helped on poor roads, but machine gun armament and paper-thin protection left almost no margin for error. The Type 97 TK improved the tankette concept with a rear-mounted engine and on many vehicles, a 37 mm gun. It served in reconnaissance and infantry support roles, yet remained too lightly armored for sustained combat against Allied forces. The Type 95 Hago became Japan's most numerous wartime tank and fought from Malaya and Burma to the Philippines and remote Pacific islands. Fast and reliable by mid-1930s standards, its one-man turret and thin armor became severe weaknesses against later Allied tanks. The Type 97 Chaiha was the Imperial Japanese Army's principal medium tank during the early war. Its low-velocity 57 mm gun was effective for infantry support, but poorly suited to fighting increasingly well-armored enemy tanks. The Shinhoto Chiha replaced the original turret with a larger design carrying a high-velocity 47 mm gun. It was Japan's most capable widely fielded gun tank, but it still struggled against the armor and firepower of the M4 Sherman. The Type 98 Kenny was designed as a faster and slightly better protected successor to the Hago. Production stayed limited, and the tank never appeared in enough numbers to change Japan's armor situation. The Type 1 Chaihi combined thicker welded armor, a more powerful engine, and the 47 mm gun in a refined medium tank design. Production came too late, and completed vehicles were retained in Japan for the expected Allied invasion rather than sent into combat. The Type 2 Keto was a small late war light tank armed with an improved high velocity 37 mm gun. Only a few dozen were completed, and there is no confirmed record of the type seeing combat before Japan's surrender. The Type 2 Hawaii carried a short 75 mm gun intended to destroy fortifications and support infantry at close range. Its small production was assigned to units in Japan, so the design never fired its main gun in wartime combat. The Type 2 Kamai was an amphibious light tank designed for island assaults using detachable pontoons to cross the water. It fought in the Pacific, but Japan's increasingly defensive war meant many were ultimately used from fixed positions on land. The Type 3 Kai Chai enlarged the amphibious concept around the Chaihi-based chassis and mounted a 47 mm gun. Only a tiny number were built, and none are known to have entered combat before the end of the war. The Type 3 Chinu mounted a 75 mm gun and was Japan's practical answer to the M4 Sherman. More than 100 were produced, but all remained in the home islands awaiting an invasion that never came. The Type 4 K-Nu fitted surplus Kaiha turrets and 57 mm guns onto Hago light tank hulls. The conversion improved firepower against infantry positions, but remained slow, top-heavy, and obsolete against modern Allied armor.